Welcome back to Inside South Florida. Buying a home is an involved process with so many moving parts. Title agent and owner of Assured Title and Trust, Lori Mitchell, is here to tell us what you need to know about your next transaction. Lori, welcome back to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. The title company is an important part of the buying process. Tell us, when does the title company come into the transaction?
So the title company is actually in the process from day one. Your contracts, when you purchase a home, have to include the title company or should be including the title company to hold escrow. So we'll be holding that deposit that you're giving in order to show the seller that you're interested in purchasing the home and you're a real buyer and have a real offer. So the stronger the deposit, usually the stronger the offer that comes with it. So we're listed on there. And from that point on, we receive the contract and we start working. So we got to make sure that your seller is your seller. A lot of times people will sell a home assuming that they own it in a certain way. So they may have gotten divorced recently and they decided that they were going to keep the home. But we need to make sure there's court orders to that effect. Otherwise, their spouse would have to sign. So they'd have to be involved in the contract. Sometimes it's probate issues. So you may be an only child, your parents unfortunately passed, and it's just logical that the house is yours. But unfortunately, we have to go through and make sure that the probate process has been done to ensure that the seller is in fact legally able to sell the house to the buyer.
Well, it sounds like you guys are pretty much, making sure everything's on the up and up, like the house police.
Absolutely. I mean, we are like PIs when
Yeah.
it comes to buying your home. So we have to kind of look behind all the nooks and crannies. A lot of times you're going to go back in the chain of title. We want to make sure that there wasn't any deed that was done incorrectly. A lot of people, unfortunately, will do a lot of their deeds themselves, especially when they're doing deeds between family. They'll kind of go to the Office Depot and get a form, or they'll go online. And a lot of the kind of details of the deed they don't realize, like marital statuses, the actual legal description of the property and how it's supposed to read. So they'll go to the tax roll, they'll take it off the tax website, and that's kind of like an abbreviated version of the legal description. So that causes a problem when the chain of title has questionable deeds. So we
Wow.
have to check all of that kind of stuff.
All right, so let me ask you a question, Detective Lori. What are some of the weirdest situations that you've encountered with this stuff, though? Because, I mean, you have thousands and thousands of homes, different situations, different people of different walks of life that have different experiences. What is something that you've encountered that's been like, I cannot believe we're dealing with this as a title company?
Well, one of the big things that I saw a lot, I haven't seen it recently, but I think it's going to come back again because there may be, unfortunately, foreclosures are going to start up again. But one of the big things I saw were people buying properties in auction, and they don't realize that just because it's foreclosed on doesn't mean that it's not going to have things attached to it. So, for example, I had one gentleman selling an apartment, and he was all excited because he bought this on a foreclosure auction. He spent $7,000, and he was selling it for like $300,000 or something. So he was going to make a lot of money and really quick. And unfortunately, when I pulled title, his foreclosure that he bid on was through the HOA. So that was only the HOA fees. They still had a mortgage, and that mortgage was over $300,000. So he was actually in the hole now. So the property still carries that mortgage on it. So it depends who's doing the foreclosure, whether it's a lender, whether it's an HOA, whether it's a second lender, really how clean that title is. And people don't realize that kind of stuff. They kind of get into the trend, oh, everybody's buying on these tax deeds or on these foreclosure sales. And then they end up having all these deed issues when they try to sell their properties. So
Wow.
that's one of the big ones.
So involved. So, what are some of the key items that clients should be receiving from the title company? I know you guys take care of a lot of things, but is there a list of things that the title company says, here you go, buyer. This is what you need. We have you covered.
Absolutely. So during the process, one of the first things we get is what's called a title commitment, which is built on the title search. So that title commitment is what we call our Bible in the title world. We will have all the requirements that we need to meet in order to clean the title, and it will have exceptions that will continue with the property. So, for example, on the requirements, it's going to tell me what loans are on the property, what liens or judgments, I should say, are on the property. So, if the person has a mortgage, if they have some kind of credit card, maybe a lawsuit against them, or maybe they got into an accident, they got sued, and they got a judgment. So, anything that needs to be paid on behalf of the seller, anything that we need, like HOA approvals, that'll be listed in our requirements. On the flip side, the exceptions are things that are going to stay with the property. So if you live, for example, in an HOA, any of the requirements, restrictions, and covenants of the HOA are going to continue with the property. Those are not going to be cleared off. So anything that's staying with the property will be listed on your exceptions. You should be receiving that title commitment as a buyer and a seller in the process of buying and selling your home. That way you can review it and there's no surprises the day before closing. I get those calls where they're like, oh, I just found out the day before closing that there was 2 payoffs and instead of 1. Well, no, that should all be in that title commitment, and you should be reviewing that as a buyer and a seller.
No surprises.
I'm sorry.
Hey, we're running out of time. I just want to get to what because you mentioned closing day. We don't want any surprises on closing day. So what can buyers expect on closing day?
So on closing day, you can expect to come in, sign your documents. You should have already received your figures for closing. You should have had time to review them. You should have sent your wire prior to coming into the office. You're going to sign all your closing documents. Most of them, if not all of them, are just standard forms, but they will have your specific information. So your name, your property address, and your sales price and figures. And then once we fund, so after you've signed, after the seller signed, after all the money reaches our bank and your lender authorizes us to disperse funds, that's when the money will get dispersed, and that's when you're going to get your keys. So that's one of the big misconceptions that people have, that, okay, I just finished signing, the ink is still wet, where are my keys? There's a process that comes along right after that. So that's why we always encourage people to close early in the day and try to avoid Fridays if possible, because sometimes that can drag in over the weekend. Yeah,
wow, incredible stuff. Lori Mitchell, private eye, not really, but seems like it here with Assured Title and Trust. Lori, thank you so much for all your information.
Thank you guys for having us again.